The original script from document 1 is roughly 150 words. Target 45,50% equals 1. 421. 575 words. I need to change the character name. Keep all setup elements, hook, retention shield, re-engagement hooks, mid-roll, CTD, framework, frugal vocabulary, and output in TTS format. Let me produce the condensed TTS version now. $247 a month. That's how much the average American spends on purchases they can't even remember making. According to a Slick Deals consumer survey, not rent, not groceries, not gas, money that just evaporates. Marcus is 31, lives in Columbus, Ohio, works as an operations coordinator, pulling in about $52,000 a year. One Tuesday night, he opened his bank app and stared at a number that made 0 sense. $400 less than expected, and he couldn't point to a single purchase that explained it. $14 here. 23 there. $8.50 for something he genuinely cannot identify to this day. None of it was reckless. All of it was forgettable, and together, it drained almost a full week of take-home pay. So Marcus stopped spending, not forever, but long enough to see what would actually happen. 15 things changed. Some were obvious, some were uncomfortable. And the one at number 7? It contradicts almost every piece of frugal advice you've ever heard. Here's what we never talk about in the frugal living space. We love the tips. We love the lists. Cancel your subscription. Stop buying lattes. Make a budget. Sure, those things help, but they treat the symptom. The real problem is what I call the friction budget. Think of every dollar you earn as water flowing through pipes. Some pipes are wide open. Your saved DoorDash card. One-click Amazon ordering. Auto-renewing apps you forgot existed. Money pours through before you even notice. Other pipes have valves, cash, payments. A 24-hour wait. Money slows down. You get a chance to decide. Modern commerce has spent billions removing every valve from your system. Budgets try to dam the river. That doesn't work. The water just finds another way around. What actually works? Installing friction where spending is too easy, and removing it where saving is too hard. Starting with the one that saved Marcus $2,808 in year 1, and he didn't give up a single meal to do it. Thing 1. The ghost spending became visible. Marcus pulled 3 months of bank statements and categorized every transaction. His DoorDash Abbott hit hardest, $18 average per order, 3 times a week. That's $2,808 a year on food. He ate, standing over the kitchen counter in gym shorts. He was paying a convenience tax of roughly 40% above grocery prices for food that was objectively worse than anything he could make at home. He started with Sunday meal prep. 4 meals. 90 minutes. $32 in groceries. That alone knocked out 2 of his 3 weekly orders. Thing 2.
Really think we need all
The subscription creep was worse than he thought. Marcus and his wife Jenna sat down expecting to find 3 or 4 subscriptions they could cut. They found 11. Total. $187 a month. They'd guessed around $80. They canceled 5, saved $94 a month. That's $1,128 a year. According to C+R research, the average American underestimates their subscription spending by $50 to $100 monthly. Let's do Marcus's real math. DoorDash, $2,808. Subscriptions, $1,128. Over 10 years. Conservatively, that's a used car, or a semester of community college for their daughter, for money they weren't even enjoying spending. Thing 3. The impulse buys didn't survive the 72-hour rule. Marcus's Amazon habit averaged $220 a month, 80% under $25 each. He started a maybe later note on his phone. After 60 days, he'd written down 31 items. He bought 4. The other 27? He couldn't remember why he wanted them. Now let's pause on Marcus's total numbers. DoorDash, 2,808 subscriptions, 1,128. Amazon impulse buys, roughly 2,400. That's $6,336. And we're only 3 items in. Marcus makes $52,000. That ghost spending was eating over 12% of his gross income. But that's just the money part. What happened next is what he didn't expect at all. Thing 4. Ads stopped working on him. After 6 weeks of paying real attention to where his money went, marketing started looking different. Not appealing, just mechanical. He unsubscribed from every promotional email, deleted the Amazon app from his home screen, turned off push notifications from every retailer, and he stopped wanting things not through willpower, through absence. You can't crave what you never see. Thing 5. Retail therapy lost its magic. Marcus used to browse Amazon when bored, open DoorDash when tired, scroll Target's website when stressed. Once he recognized the pattern, that his impulse buys mapped almost perfectly to his worst emotional days. The spell broke. He still has bad days. He just stopped treating them with a credit card. Now, here's where most frugal advice gets it completely backwards. They tell you to always buy the cheapest option. Actually, that might be one of the most expensive habits you can build. Thing 6. He started spending more on less and saving money doing it. Marcus almost bought a $40 jacket from Amazon. His wife Jenna suggested the $160 Carhartt at the outlet instead. The cost per use math? Amazon jacket. 60 wears before the zipper fails. 67 cents per use. Carhartt. 400 wears conservatively. 40 cents per use. The expensive jacket is actually cheaper. Buy once. Cry once. Thing 7. He gave himself permission to spend on purpose. And here's what... It's completely fine to spend money on purpose, without guilt. Marcus and Jenna set aside a no-guilt fund. $200 a month and split between them for anything they want. No justification.
Perfect.
No tracking. The counterintuitive thing, having permission to spend made them spend less overall. The scarcity panic just disappeared. Intentional spending replaced impulse buying, and intentional spending almost always costs less.
Thank
Thing
you kindly.
8. Cash made spending real again. Marcus moved eating out and personal purchases to a cash envelope system. $200 per week. When it's gone, it's gone. Research from the Journal of Consumer Research shows people spend 15 to 20% more with cards versus cash. By month 2, he was finishing most weeks with cash left over. Thing 9. Waiting became the default. There's a concept the frugal community calls the obsession curve. You see something, you want it desperately. If you think about it every day, then if you wait long enough, the desire fades. For Marcus, it was a stand mixer. By week 6, he genuinely forgot about it. Thing 10. He stopped finishing things he didn't like. He used to force himself through bad books and boring streaming series because quitting felt like waste. But spending 3 more hours on a bad book isn't saving the $10 you paid. It's losing 3 hours you could spend on something you actually value. But then something happened that Marcus didn't see coming at all. And it had nothing to do with shopping or budgets or apps. Thing 11. Emergencies got smaller. This matters more than everything else combined. 8 months in, Marcus's 4-year-old daughter fell off a jungle gym and needed her wrist x-rayed. Out of pocket with insurance. $340 2 years earlier. That bill would have meant a credit card charge and a month of anxiety. This time, he paid it from the emergency fund he'd built with the exact money that used to vanish into DoorDash and Amazon carts. He didn't lose a minute of sleep. According to the Federal Reserve's Survey of Economic Well-Being, roughly 37% of American adults couldn't cover an unexpected $400 expense with cash. Thing 12. The hedonic treadmill slowed down around month 5. Marcus started enjoying small things more. A home-cooked meal tasted better. A library book felt like a real treat. When you stop drowning out the signal with noise, simple things start registering as genuinely good again. And I know what you're thinking. That sounds great for Marcus. But my situation is different. I have real expenses, kids, a mortgage. I hear you. And the next 2 things are specifically for that reality. Thing 13. The family budget became a team sport. Marcus and Jenna have a 4-year-old in daycare. $1,400 a month. Groceries are up roughly 25% since 2022, according to you. D. A food price data. These aren't lifestyle choices. They're fixed realities of a mid-30s family in a mid-cost city. They started a zero-based budget together first month. They found $340 in phantom spending. Purchases neither could remember making. The budget isn't about restriction. It's about visibility. You can't manage what you can't see. Thing 14. Generosity got easier, not harder. When Marcus stopped bleeding money on things he didn't value, he had more for things he did. A bigger tip for the barber. A surprise grocery delivery for Jenna's mom recovering from knee surgery. Frugality isn't hoarding. It's choosing. Thing 15. His brain quietly rewired itself. Around month 8, Marcus stopped thinking about not spending. The friction he'd built, the waiting periods, the cash envelopes, the maybe later list, stopped feeling like effort. They just became how he operates. Not deprivation. Just awareness. And that's the real point of the friction budget. You don't need more willpower. You don't need a bigger paycheck. You need to install the right valves in the right places, and then let the system do the work. Your discipline was never designed to do alone. Tonight, just tonight, open your bank app and pull up last month's transactions. Find one charge you forgot you were paying, one subscription, one auto renewal, one cancel it. That's 10, 20, maybe $50 back in your pocket next month. 5 minutes. One less leak in the system. And if you know someone who keeps saying, I don't know where my money goes, send them this video, specifically the subscription math at minute 4. That's usually the moment it clicks. And if you want to stop wasting money on the things that aren't worth it anymore, the stuff we all keep buying out of habit, even though the value just isn't there, that video is right here. We break down exactly what to cut and what's actually worth keeping. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a licensed financial professional for decisions specific to your situation.